So, game 3, the Nets, trying to make this a series, and it got off to a fun start. As Joel Embiid kicks Nicholas Claxton here, and he gets a flagrant one, actually, for that. So, let me know what you think, because I don't think that should be a flagrant one, but we'll talk about it more later after these highlights, as Mikal Bridges with the celebration makes it splash, and I thought the Nets would win tonight, because I thought, like, they have not been playing this bad this series, and the Sixers are kinda messy also, so I felt like, hey, they're at home, they're gonna win. Tyrese Maxey was against it though, and he started off great. He is just one hell of a player, man, and these playoffs are helping him, because he's gonna get that max. But here, it's a 11-point game with Dinwiddie making the layup at the end of the second quarter, and the Nets started off this third quarter on a good rally after a rough second quarter, as Cam Johnson made it splash, and he has been sensational in these playoffs, man. I wonder how much money he'll get in these, well, after these playoffs. Here's Mikal Bridges on the fast break dunk, and the Nets actually have the lead here. And then this happens, and the refs show continues, as James Harden here hits Royce O'Neal in the private parts of a man's body, and as you could see here, he got flagrant 2 and ejection for this. So I think the refs were very confused in this game, so it was a weird one. But here's Claxton dunking, and he gets ejected for that. And I'll show you once again for what he got ejected for. He dunked on him and kinda stared at Joel Embiid, and he got ejected for this. Yeah, it was rough. Tyrese Maxey wasn't rough, and he was absolutely cooking the whole Nets defense. They could not stop him from going into his places, and he started to make those 3-pointers, and he's been shooting the ball lights out, it feels like, truly. And it's been wonderful to watch him, man. And here's a turnover from Royce O'Neal, who just wants to sell, and Maxey is too fast for them, of course, and the game is tied all of a sudden after the Nets actually had a lead, and it felt like, hey, they're gonna win this game and make this somewhat a series, but Maxey was against it with the step back, nasty 3-pointer here. And he was having fun out there, man. Tyrese Maxey is a joy, and Joel Embiid got his moment also with the block on Spencer Dinwiddie here, as he otherwise was really bad tonight, really weird tonight, and the Sixers hold on to a win here as they made free throws. The Nets turned the ball over again. They kinda threw this playoffs game like they were tanking, man. It was nasty. It was a nasty watch overall, but shout out Tyrese Maxey, he was spectacular with those 25 points. The Anthony Melton off the bench was great. I liked overall the energy from the bench players of the Sixers tonight. Tobias Harris was really solid. Harden, I thought, was actually pretty good, especially offense-wise. But, of course, the ejection doesn't help. And, yeah, the plus-minus doesn't look good, of course. But, honestly, right. Harden played more than solid enough tonight. But the referees had other plans. And Joel Embiid was 5 of 13. It's like he didn't want to, play. Of course, he was in foul trouble. He had some dumb turnovers. It was a really weird Joel Embiid game, but I want to say that it felt like he kinda thought he should have gotten ejected and played like it. I don't know, man. Because how is that Joel Embiid kick not an ejection or flagrant 2, at least? Because that's excessive and unnecessary. Of course, Nick Claxton wanted to step over him, right, I get it. But, I mean, Draymond Green was suspended for a game for this. And he even did less to LeBron, right, in the finals. Of course, Draymond has the far worse reputation, but I'm just saying, man. I think both deserve some punishment, right? Even though I still find that Draymond 2016 suspension ridiculous. But we're not gonna get into this hole right now. But the main weird thing here is that James Harden, of course, got ejected for, that man's private part shot. And that should have been a flagrant one, right? It felt like it should have been reversed. Embiid with flagrant 2 and a no ejection, maybe. Even though I don't think that actually works like that, right? You get ejected automatically with flagrant 2s. But I thought that should be a flagrant 2 for sure. And Harden should have gotten a flagrant 1 here, I think. But it was the other way around for some reason. And the Tony brothers, I always mistake him for 2 people because I feel like they're siblings or something. And that's why they call them Tony brothers. But the guy is just named Tony brothers. So the man, of course. But he had one hell of a bad ref game. It was nasty refereeing out there, honestly. And ejecting Nick Claxton for celebrating in Joel Embiid's face is once again like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, I would get if he, I don't know, did some excessive celebration where he just, I don't know, pretended to shoot at him or something. Or I don't know what celebration you should do to warrant an ejection. But being in somebody's face after you dunk on them is not one of those things, to be quite honest with you. And it played a major part because Nick Claxton was really good tonight. And of course, if he didn't get ejected, maybe they win. Mikal Bridges wasn't great tonight. He had 26 on 26 shots, which was not great. He needed to be better tonight. Unfortunately, he wasn't. I felt like Cam Johnson needed more shots, but he didn't get them. And Spencer Dinwiddie, even though he wasn't as bad as he has been in the other games, still just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Pause. Royce O'Neal was bad. Cam Thomas actually got some minutes. He was not bad, but the rotations have not been great for the Nets, to be quite frank with you. And it feels like this series is gonna get, be a sweep, obviously, but maybe they'll surprise us. But this just feels like a sweep, and it probably should be a sweep.